Hi friends, and welcome back to another Ship With Me video. So just to give you a little POV into my life, it is, I don't know what time it is, my phone is on the stand. It's like 8:30, 9 o'clock at night. The kids are in bed. I don't think either of them are asleep yet. And I was about to do my shipping for Saturday and Sunday, and I had a pretty good weekend, and I had a really good week last week. So I figured, you know what? Why don't I bring you along with me? We can pack everything up together. I did already grab it from my inventory. If you actually like seeing me pull stuff from my inventory, or if maybe you're a new viewer and you haven't seen my inventory process, if that would be something fun or interested to know how I do inventory as a part-time reseller, definitely let me know. But for today, I have everything over here already off to the side, and we're gonna pack it up together. If you happen to be new, my name is Maria, and yes, I am a part-time reseller. I have a full-time job, full-time kids, full-time house, full-time family, full-time cat, and I'm just trying to keep things together over here as a part-time reseller. But I am very happy to report, as I said, that last week was a really good week, and I'm hoping that that continues. So at the end of this video, I'll give you a quick recap of last week, because I'm not planning to do a full what sold video from last week, so I'll just give you a recap. But other than that, I've got a few shoes we're going to come back to, one really exciting sale we're going to come back to. But as you will see, this was a week of bread and butter and clearing out old inventory, and I could not be happier from that. So what you're going to see is more high volume, lower profit sales, where in the past maybe I had it flip-flopped, or I had more of an average there. I do have some decent sales. I do have one really good sale that I'm excited about. I'll show you, but for the most part, you're going to see some items that were really old that I really just needed to move on, that maybe I should have pulled them from my inventory and redonated them or taken them to Plato's Closet. Most of these they probably wouldn't have even taken, like this very first one. So this is a pair of Columbia men's hiking shorts that I have had since the beginning of time, it feels like, or at least of reselling. And I do already, just side note, I do already keep things in my reselling bags, and I just put a cute little sticker on them for a thank you sticker. So I'm not going to take everything out, but I'll make sure that I'm popping out pictures so that you can see the item. And then anything that's not already in these bags that I'm going to be wrapping, I'll show you. But these finally sold on Poshmark for $15. I had changed the title, I had changed the description, I had changed so many things about these. I had lowered the price, and yeah, they finally sold for $15 on Poshmark. I had gotten them at the bins, probably like my first bins trip ever, so my average cost of goods was $1.25. These were listed for 1,106 days for me to make $10.75. These, if you're a regular viewer, are also number 51 on my spreadsheet. So these are a top 100 sale. Woohoo! And if you are new and don't know what that means, I have a spreadsheet that lists all my inventory, and I pull all the unsold inventory from year to year with a brand new spreadsheet each year. So there are 100 items that are on my top 100 rows of my spreadsheet that are my oldest items in my inventory, and this was number 51. So this is my number 51 oldest item in my inventory, and I'm very glad to move it out. Everything that you will see in these priority mail packages are my Poshmark sales. I do ship exclusively with priority mail packaging because why not? It is free. You can get it at the post office. Okay, the next sale is this soft surroundings. The style name is the Toujours, if I'm saying that correctly. It is a jumpsuit. I think it was a petite size large. And this one sold today with my 30% off offer that I run on Sundays. And I think I had it listed maybe for $35. So it sold for $24. It did have discounted shipping. I also got this at the bins for $1.24. This was listed for 305 days, and I made $15.64. Soft surroundings is definitely slowing down for me. I have been not picking it up quite as much. This one also has a really interesting story time that I'm going to try to move quick today, but I have to tell you this. This sold once on Poshmark. It got shipped out once on Poshmark, and it got returned to me on Poshmark, but not in any way that I would say was legal or per Poshmark's standards of conduct, because it got like returned to sender, meaning according to USPS, the item never arrived, but I know that it did. So I like to look at my sales and make sure that things are tracking appropriately, make sure things are delivered, that the orders are complete. And I saw that this was delivered. It's like, cool, didn't think about it for a couple days. Didn't think about it for a couple days more. And I realized it never swapped to order complete. And so when I went back in the tracking, I saw that it was now routing back to me. And I was like, how is that possible? Because I saw that the delivery had been delivered. Then a few more days goes by and it comes back to me in different packaging with a note inside that says, like, I don't remember it. I had taken a picture of it. I'm sure I don't probably have it anymore. But that said, like, this, I don't want this item, or I would like to return this item. Basically, it said, like, I would like to return this item. And I'm like, man, that is not how Poshmark works. So what I was able to deduce was that she obviously got the item because she opened it, put a letter inside, and shipped it back. But the only way that she wouldn't have had to pay new postage, like, this is not how USPS worked. She must have just no, I guess it was still in the same packaging. I stand corrected. It was still in the same packaging. And she sealed it back up and wrote, like, return to sender, and she must have just stuck it in a blue mailbox or, like, dropped it at the post office. So to make it seem like it never actually got delivered to her. So then USPS removed the thing that said delivered and shipped it back to me. So she got away with a return on Poshmark just by claiming she never received the item, even though she put a note inside. That's not how refunds work. You can't refund based on fit on Poshmark. So I did submit to customer service, like, a note, like, basically explaining everything way more organized than I just probably explained it to you, saying, hey, this is what I'm pretty sure that happened. This showed as delivered. It got returned to me. I did submit pictures of the letter that she put in it, basically showing this was delivered to her and it was given back to me because it has a note from her in it, and she just doesn't want the item. She wants to return it. That is not congruent with Poshmark standards of conduct. That is not congruent with Poshmark's return policy. And Poshmark actually did end up paying me. I don't know if she in any way got in trouble. That's not my business. I don't know if she did get refunded. She probably did, and Poshmark just called it a wash. But this sold again, so technically that other sale that I did get paid out for was pure profit, and I'm counting this as the normal one. Like, I still took my cost of goods off. But okay, that was a really long story time. Somebody tell me, like, has anything like that happened to you? It just really bothered me that somebody was like, oh, I'd like to refund this, and then not only did they kind of scam me and Poshmark by doing it that way, they also scammed the postal service, because you can't have something delivered to you, open it, put a letter inside, and then mark it as return to sender. Like, that's not how that works. You would have needed to pay for more postage to ship it to USPS. Okay, so this next item that I'm packaging up right here is an Eliza J dress. And Eliza J, I'm just having trouble selling in any capacity. So when I got a $15 offer today, even though I think this was listed for like $30 or $35, I took it because I needed to get this out of my life. I got it at a Prime Thrift, the big thrift store near me, for $4.37 average cost of goods. But I got this, I listed this 522 days ago. So clearly when I was still picking up Eliza J, I'm not anymore. And I made $7.48. I'm considering, I did one brand video of, like, fastest selling brands recently, and you guys seem to like it. So if you found me from that video, possibly, thank you. I'm so glad you're here. So I'm probably going to work in some more brand videos because clearly you guys like those, and I'm thinking about doing like brands I no longer pick up. So if you'd like to see that, let me know. But yeah, this was an eBay sale. I'm not sure if I said that, but something that probably by now I just should have removed from my inventory and hadn't, so at least I can get $7 out of it. The next one was an experimental brand that I picked up. You'll see the picture pop up, but also to show you, this is Yada Golf. But look at this fun novelty print. It's like blue flamingos on a red background. I know the light is like shining there. I thought that was super fun. Novelty prints and golfing like to do well. I think especially the men like to be a little bit like flamboyant in their golf fashion. But I got a eBay offer for $14 on this and just took it because I got it at a local thrift store that does 50 cent days. So I only paid 50 cents for this. And it at this point has been listed for 501 days. And I made $11.11. This was an eBay sale, so I'm just using my classic eBay mailers. I do get these through my store subscription that you can use quarterly. I do have like this, I think it's maybe the 3rd tier now. Store subscription, so I have, I think, $50 every quarter to spend. So I do have some of these other ones, but moving on, I'll probably mostly just have the eBay mailers because I have enough money in that to buy lots of them. I need to buy some boxes though, will probably be next. But this one also had sold once on Poshmark, I think for $25, and then I got that immediately, like, their payment failed message and they never paid for it. So once I have an item that like that sold but no one paid for it, it just like annoys me when it sits in my closet. So even though I got less for this one, at least it's gone and I don't have to look at it every time it like relists or something and just be annoyed that that person never paid. Okay, the next one is a Thriftsmith sale for those of you that followed along in that series and have been seeing my What Sold videos recently. This is a Nationals Mitchell and Ness. Mitchell and Ness is a clothing, accessories, sportswear line that sells pretty well. Typically, it's a size extra large, and I think this was already featured in one of my What Sold videos, and I said that it had not yet sold. So here is another one that has sold. I'm happy to report. Baseball season just started, so this is probably going to a baseball fan. I don't think the Nationals are doing super well yet, but I do see this is going to Virginia. The Nationals are very well liked by Maryland residents, DC residents, and Virginia residents because we're all in that like DC, DMV district, Columbia, Maryland, Virginia region. So it's fun that it's kind of going to a local and they will hopefully wear it to a game or just wear it, you know, around the house. Here we go. Get in here. I am hoping to go to a Nationals game this year. We went to an Orioles game, that's the Baltimore team, last year, but we didn't get down to the Nationals, and I found my son a thrifted Nationals shirt that's only going to fit him like this summer, so I told my husband we have to go to a game before he grows out of it. All right, on the trend of moving things out that I have had forever is this Isaac Mizrahi 100% linen pop-over shirt. I will usually grab, you've heard me say, I will usually grab 100% linen items at the bins if they're in great condition, no matter the brand. But apparently this was not a good grab. This brand is sold, it's Isaac Mizrahi, New York. Isaac Mizrahi was most famous for being a judge on Project Runway, and I really, really loved, I still love that show. I only picked this up because it was linen though. I think this diffusion line is sold at TJ Maxx. But I accepted a $10 offer today because I had gotten it at the bins for $1.38. Like I think I got it in Columbus, Ohio at those bins. Because it's been listed for 731 days, I was happy with the $10 offer, and I made $6.09. The good thing is it's really light. It didn't take up a long space. I do have the space to store it. If you're not listing linen right now, you should be. I just steamed a whole bunch of linen today from my last couple videos if you've been watching my swap meet hauls, so I can get those listed. Okay, the next one is a line that I do not pick up very often, and that is Michael Kors. Oh my gosh, I'm sorry. This ring light is really bright because I'm so far away. But it is a faux leather pleated skirt. It also is a size 10, which is great. I grabbed this at that local thrift store that I mentioned does 50-cent days. They also, I think once a year, do an anniversary, like a sidewalk sale. And so it was like a grab bag. Like everything I put in my bag was $15. So my technical custom goods was 30 cents for this, which is pretty cool. But this sold on eBay for $36, which I'm thrilled with. And yeah, so 30 cents into it. It was only listed for 41 days, and I made $29.54. The woman had messaged me because she had a question about the listing, which I'm very glad that I, you know, took the time to answer her. And she said that she used to have this skirt and it was like her favorite skirt, but she must not have it anymore and she's replacing it. And that's the fun part about reselling. I always love, I get messages every once in a while that somebody's like, oh my gosh, I used to have this. I've been looking for it, or I couldn't find it in my size. I just always think that's a little bit fun. All right, this sold on eBay, so we're gonna put it into this bigger one. I think it's going to fit into this. Yes. It has been cold here this past week in Maryland, even though we got like a burst of spring before that. So I'm really hoping that this week is going to be springy again. Fingers crossed. Okay, the next one is another just bread and butter brand, and that is Calvin Klein. This is just a little tank top, but it is a size extra large. And when I can get these cheap, I pick them up because they continue to sell for me. They're a really good bread and butter sale. This sold for $17 today on Poshmark. And I think that was also the 30% off offer that I had sent out today. I got it at the bins pretty recently in Columbus, Ohio. That is where I'm from, if you're newer to the channel. So whenever I'm there, I try to visit it. My mom or my sister or somebody like to come with me. And do you think that would fit in the, I don't think that would fit in the smallest one. I'm always trying to use these small ones because they have flamingos and they're super cute. I got them mostly to sell my kids' clothes on Kitizen, but Kitizen obviously is no more. So yeah, I got this at the bins. Average cost of goods was $1.94. I listed it 97 days ago and I made $9.34. So a quick $10 profit on this. Easy to list, easy to store, and hopefully it will bring me positive feedback. I am so close to getting my next eBay star, which is 500. Yeah, 500 will be my next eBay star to get the next color, and I'm really excited because, as we know, probably like 1 in 10 people on eBay actually, I've had way more positive transactions from that, but most people don't leave feedback necessarily. So I've been pushing towards that number and I'm excited to get there. I think I need like 12 or so more. Okay, the next one, if anyone happens to remember, I'm going to take it out of that bag because it didn't fit very well. It wouldn't be able to seal. Is this, if anyone remembers this, shout out to you for being a loyal fan. This is a Nick and Zoe, like really, really pretty cardigan sweater. And in a ship with me, I started wrapping this up for a sale. And then midway through, I just had this epiphany that this was the wrong Nick and Zoe sweater. I am so thankful that I figured that out. And I got the right one. I wrapped it up. I think that was the week I was doing like the full week of ship with me. If you didn't see that video, it's a long one. It's a lot of fun. But yeah, now this one has finally sold. It didn't sell great, honestly. I just wanted to move out a sweater since we're going into spring and summer, and it is big and bulky, as you can see. So I accepted a $20 offer on this on eBay. I did get it at a Goodwill retail store. My average cost of goods was really high that day. It was $7.83. I think this was also a promoted listing. I had to pay a little bit more in shipping than I had planned on. So all the stars aligned to not make me much profit, but that happens. It was only listed for 85 days though, which is great. And I made $6.98. I will definitely keep picking up Nick and Zoe. I don't necessarily recommend paying up for it though. If you can get it for less than $5 and you're okay making $10, $15 on it, oh my gosh. It is a solid seller for me. It does always sell, especially in the larger sizes. I gotta see which bag this is going to fit in. Is it gonna fit in this? I think we could coerce it in. We will see if that's a good idea or not. How have your guys' sales been? Mine have been really good the last couple weeks. They did definitely dip down today though. I've only had 5 sales today, which I'm still thrilled with because in general, that's like my standard. That's my goal as a part-time reseller. I list 5 every day and I try to sell 5 every day. But to put that in perspective, I had 16 sales last Sunday. And I think that was a record for me. I think my previous record per day had been 15. And then it just continued being a really good week, like I said, and I'll share at the end of the video. All right. It's so close. Okay, like a glove. We got it. We got it. It's gonna seal. I'm assuming it's a lot of people that are starting to shop for spring and summer. Maybe people are shopping for spring break, that kind of stuff. Okay, this one I think was in a Thrift With Me video recently. This is a Vince, like a slouchy surplice neck, sleeveless long sweater. I did wear this to work before I listed it. It is a wool cashmere blend, which is why I picked it up. But Vince is becoming more and more of a hard sell, especially in the smaller sizes, and this is a size small. So with that all, I did accept a $22 offer on eBay. I got it at 2nd Avenue. My average cost of goods was $6.93. It was only listed for 69 days though, and I was worried again about it being stuck in my closet for spring and summer. And so I made $10.97 on it. But like I said, I did get to wear it to work once. It was super soft and cozy. Obviously, wool and cashmere. Oh, I'm sorry, this sold on Poshmark. I think I said eBay. This is a Poshmark sale. So we will get it in. Oh, I need a thank you sticker. I'm always a little rusty when I haven't done a ship with me in a while and I'm talking to you guys. So hopefully you guys don't see me do anything like put the wrong label on something. That would be bad. I have seen things like that every once in a while when I'm watching other people's ships with me and ship with me's, and I'm always like, no, that doesn't go there. Or like that's the wrong, like I'll put a Poshmark package in an eBay mailer or, you know, something like that. Okay, the next one, this color, keep an eye out. This is butter yellow and has been trending recently. This is an Ann Taylor ribbed sweater, and I actually just sold, I think also this week, an Ann Taylor blazer jacket that was also this same butter yellow. It also sold super quickly. So trending color going into spring. Keep an eye out for it. Tag it in your listing as butter yellow. And this sold for $25, which was my full asking price on Poshmark, which is always the best case scenario. It is just Ann Taylor. I don't pick Ann Taylor up really ever, but the color, I did wear it to work. I know it was a size small, so I wanted to be able to wear it. It was beautiful. I got it at the bins, also in Columbus, Ohio. My average cost of goods was $2.09. It's only listed for 64 days, and I made $17.91. Another one that I'm really glad isn't gonna sit around since it's a bulky sweater, but it's very springy. I hope the person loves it. I hope it gets there. I know she wants this by a specific date, but I'm shipping it out as soon as I can. Okay, the next and last kind of normal piece of clothing, I will say, is a pair of Mugsy jeans. So if you're not familiar with Mugsy, take a quick peek, put it in your brain. It does seem to have a really fast sell-through rate. These sold for $40 on Poshmark, which was an offer I accepted. I had it listed for $45 and someone offered me $40, which is an absolute no-brainer. I got it at 2nd Avenue. My average cost of goods was $6.93. I think this wasn't a Thrift With Me if you're remembering it. It was only listed for 42 days and I made $25.07. Also, that's Poshmark. Also, these sold previously on eBay. I bought 2 pairs of these in different colors that same day, and they both sold quickly on eBay. This one got returned just for fit, and I relisted it, and here it sold again, and I'm making a higher profit the second time around than I even did the first time. So hopefully there's no issues this time around. All right, let's do a couple pairs of shoes, and then I'll show you my fun find that you can see over here on camera. Okay, the first pair I have are very summery. These are a pair of Dolce Vita, and I want to show you because this got me at the beginning of my reselling career, so I don't want you to make the same mistakes. Dolce Vita is a great shoe brand. As you can see, it says Dolce Vita right here. If you ever see this box have a big DV, and then it says Dolce Vita, that is a diffusion line, and it does not sell as well. They still are super cute, but Dolce Vita main label are the ones you want to keep an eye out for and are the ones that you want to sell. I made that mistake. I still pick up DV Dolce Vita every once in a while, like at the bins, but I won't pay up for it. So these ones, I did pay up for, which I knew I wasn't going to make a huge profit since I paid up for them, but I knew they would sell, and they did. So I accepted a $20 offer. Again, I was having a great week, and I really want to keep my sales momentum going. So I was trying to accept offers as long as they were reasonable. I got them at a Goodwill retail store. My average cost of goods was $6.78. And they were listed for 277 days. That does include, you know, fall and winter. And I made $9.22 on these. And I made a spot on my shoe shelf over here, which is great. Okay, I think I gotta figure out which box I'm gonna put these in. I'm not sure if they will fit in the 1092. They will. Okay, so this is a 1092 mailing box. You can order these on USPS. They are not one of the standard ones that is usually at the little kiosk at your postal service, but they're great size for a little bit bulkier things that I don't want to put into these paper mailers. So I just order them, and usually packs of like 30. So I'm going to put that on one side. I'm going to get a little void fill to put here on the other side, so it doesn't move around as much. Packing things is always a bit different when I have my longer nails on. I do have acrylics on right now, and you learn to do things a bit differently, but that's okay. So like when I pull the stickers off, I have to like bend it and pull it off with my thumb rather than my fingertips. All right, the next pair of shoes are also really summery, and I am so happy these have finally sold. These are a pair of wedge platform sandals. They are snakeskin strap, and they are Saint Tropez, Jacques Saint Tropez. I picked these up at the bins in Georgia forever ago, because I haven't been to the bins in Georgia in 2 years. I was there twice on like back-to-back work trips, and so these finally sold on eBay for $22, which I'm thrilled with. I had these listed so obnoxiously high at some point. I was learning. I still am learning. I think I started these at like $75, which I don't know. Maybe comps told me to. Maybe I wasn't checking sold comps at the time because I was a new reseller. Maybe I was just checking like listed comps. I don't know. But I got these at the bins for $1.16 average cost of goods, but they were listed for 954 days. But I did finally make $18.77, which is fantastic. I am glad that they sold before I hit that 1,000 day mark, because that's just obnoxious. But I have a closet right here. This is my guest room, and I do have a wall hanger of shoes that are mostly like sandals, and they've been in that for forever. So I'm very excited to open up that spot for a new pair of shoes. Okay, I think I'm gonna put these, give them a little extra padding if it fits in here. I have a larger one if I need to. I always reuse Amazon mailers or other mailers. Yeah, that's gonna work. Okay, I'm gonna tape this here while I get something else. I reuse boxes. Like I literally have this box right here. Oh my gosh, I'm gonna fall. That like my contacts came in. I will reuse, I will ship stuff in. I have a Brooks running shoe box. My husband just got new running shoes. I will reuse that. The only thing I won't do, I think I've mentioned before, I will not sell used shoes in a brand shoe box that is the same as the brand of shoes I'm selling. Did I say that right? Let me make it more clear. Since that is a Brooks shoe box, I will not put Brooks shoes in them, because I don't want, oh my gosh, I just stuck this to the paper. I don't want people to think I'm trying to claim that that's the shoe box that those shoes came in. Like if I have a nice pair of Nikes, I'm not going to put it in a Nike shoe box unless it came in those. If I put a pair of like heels in that Brooks box, somebody's going to know that I'm just reusing a box. I hope that makes sense. All right, now we just need to cover up this other label on here. It's a little bit awkward though. Always want to make sure that you pull the other stickers and the other labels off. That's how things get. Oh, this got my son's name on it. It must have been a gift that was addressed to my son. Okay, I'm going to try to put this one right on top of it, so there's no confusion. That's much better. Okay, my very last sale to share with you guys, and I gotta hurry up because this is longer than I thought it was gonna be. I still have to do all of my listings tonight. Is a beautiful formal gown. So let me see if I can kind of show you this. If you're a longtime viewer, you might recognize this. This is a vintage Victor Costa gown. It's got the full tulle skirt. Let me show you this. I just realized that I forgot to grab a box, so I'm just gonna wrap this one off camera because I gotta grab a box from downstairs. So Saks Fifth Avenue, Victor Costa, a really, really beautiful gown. I had this listed for like $100 and something. I've been dropping the price over the last few months. It's a hard sell because people don't need that kind of gown every day. And I finally got an offer for $60. I think I countered it to $95 and she countered at $75. And in my head, I had told myself after countering $95, if I can get her to $75, I would accept. So I was excited when she counter offered $75. I did get that at the bins. So my average cost of goods that day was $1.39. I got that in Baltimore actually. It's been listed for 214 days. It's annoying to store, obviously, and I did make $66.76, which is about what I paid for my entire bins haul that day. So that one item paid for my entire bins haul. That's fantastic. Okay, I didn't grab my sticky note where I write my sales down. I'll be right back. I got it. Okay, let me do a quick run through of last week's sales just for anybody that is interested. I had 57 sales last week. That is definitely a record for me. I don't think I've ever, well, other than the past 2 weeks, I had 41 sales the week before and 41 sales the week before that. It is normally in the 30s or sometimes even in the 20s, depending on, I don't know what's going on. But as a part-time reseller, I'm thrilled with 57. But my average sales price was lower than normal. My average sales price was $24.66. It's normally right around $30. But again, you saw me accepting a $10 offer, $15 offer. I had $12 offer. I sold a few of my kids' clothes this week for like $10 that I had $0 cost of goods into and made like $8 on a little kid's dress, you know, those types of things. So things I really needed to move out, lots and lots of old stale listings that I am so excited to move out. So I am very happy with having 57 sales, having that number be higher and having my average sales price be a bit lower. That is a win-win for me. My total sales was $1,409.67, which is fantastic. So after you take out promoted listings, fees, shipping, cost of goods, everything, my profit other than taxes, which I take out at the end of the year, it's tax time, so just did that, was $809.67. I'm really, really happy with that. It's very rare for me to hit 800. I hit 700 consistently sometimes, but more often it's in the 500s or 600s. So hitting 800, I feel really, really thankful for that. I've been working hard. I've been consistently listing, but I know that was probably just a little bit of luck and a lot of people shopping. So that is it for today. I'm gonna get this blue one packed off camera. Thank you so much for joining me. Let me know if you like these videos, if you like shipping with me. I do have some more what sold videos coming up on my channel if you like seeing this type of content. So don't forget to subscribe, give this video a big thumbs up, and I'll see you next time. Bye.